Everybody, when you come in, hit that like button for me, please. Hit that like button. Say something in the chat so I know who's here. If you notice, all week I've been posting, letting you guys know that tonight I'm gonna go live with Alex the Pope. Now, if you don't know who Alex the Pope is, you gotta check. You gotta check Miami Hurricanes football games. This guy is always at the games. He's always dressed up like the Pope. Well, some of the time he's dressed up like the Pope. But this guy is, he's behind the scenes all the time. So, he got pictures with all the players. He got pictures with Manny Diaz, all the players and everything. You name it. He's very deeply rooted in the whole Miami area, not just, Miami Hurricanes, but Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Miami Heats, Marlins. He's a full all-around Miami guy. Now, tonight I'm going to try to chop it up with him because, like I say, he's always there. He's always at the games and everything. So we're going to, pick at his brain a little bit. I'm going to let you guys pick at his brain a little bit. What up, CJ? How you doing, boss? Yeah, man. So I'm going to try to get some more people to come on up in here. If not, either way, they could rewatch it, So I know right now it's kind of hard, to get people to watch anything sports wise because there ain't much going on or whatever. But I'll try to get him on the phone, chop it up a little bit with him. Even if we don't have too many people in the chat, we'll just I'll just put it out there. Anybody else want to watch it later on or in a week or whatever they can. But just trying to do my part right now, man. Trying to give you guys a little bit of content, even though, it ain't much information out there or a lot to even give, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and get them on the phone. As y'all come in, hit that like button for me, please.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, Alex? How you doing, boss?
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing, man?
All right, man. Right now I'm on YouTube Live,
Yeah, you're on there live now?
Yeah. All the fans, they can hear you and everything.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, I was promoting it for the past couple of days and everything, letting them know that I was gonna have you on. A lot of them know you as the Pope. They see you they see you at the games, they see you across the TV, ESPN, you name it.
Yeah, man. Yep. I've been down in that West End zone for over 30 years, man. So from the OB to the new stadium, man. Always been in that West End zone.
You said over 30?
Yeah, 30, man.
30 years, man. That's a long
time. In
time.
the 80s was General Mission. For kids, man, because my uncle was a professor at University of Miami, we would go down to the General Mission site so we get the first row because it was first come, first serve in that in the West End zone.
Yeah, man, over 30 years, man. That's tough. I'm only 31.
Yeah.
So you've been at the games when I was in diapers.
Yeah, since you was a kid, man. Yeah, since you were born, man. Shit.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. So I know you've been through a lot of games. I know you've been through ups and downs with the Canes just as much as all of us. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions about them. So like, what's the most exciting game throughout your whole time going down to the the Orange Bowl or even the Hard Rock? Which was the most exciting game for you?
I still have to say the one that sticks out the most still to this day because it was the first, was that first
That's amazing. That's amazing, man. Like a couple weeks ago, I had Kyle, what's his name? Carl Vanderwind on with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, he was telling us, chopping it up with us, telling us all about the experience because he played on that team with Mark Ricks and all those guys.
Man. Those were special times, man. The Orange back then, man, we were just so accustomed to winning, man. And that's when that program was first coming up. And then Miami was so volatile too, so it was like that was what we needed too. It was so crazy growing up back then. You had all the stuff that was going on in the streets, things like that. So for us, they were like the football in front of them. What made it so special back then too wasn't how many people the Orange Bowl got passed, but it wasn't how many people were in the seat. It was who was in the seat, because you had your cousins, your family, and most of the kids were homegrown. Jimmy Johnson and Schnellenberg and all those guys made sure to keep the homegrown kids corralled. They stayed on those teams back then. So pretty much every kid that was playing on that Miami team was a Florida kid.
Yeah, that's what we need to get it back to, man.
And it's getting there.
Yeah.
Now look at Isaiah. Look at that kid Isaiah.
Yeah, I'm glad we took him back from Florida.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad that, and I like what he had to say too. And I think the reason is too, if you look at it, Ed Reed brought that philosophy back too, and so are the old players. They want to see that philosophy brought back.
Yes,
that's
sir.
how you keep it. I mean, think about it, man. Minus the sanctions in the early back in 2010, 2011, dude. Amari Cooper and a lot of those guys, and Lamar Jackson and Teddy Bridgewater, those guys would have stayed here. They wouldn't have gone off to other schools.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. But I do see I see Manny putting in work, man. Especially over the off season. I don't know what your feelings on the whole Dan Enos situation.
Which situation?
Dan Enos.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to go on with them. I don't know what they're going to do. But I know that they brought in some more pro-style coordinators that are going to make some adjustments. And they needed to do that, man. Honestly, dude, I mean, realistically, I would have liked to see Mark Rick stay and him hire a different offensive coordinator and kept Manning as his defensive coordinator. I think that would have been the ideal situation for me.
I totally agree with you on that. I have the same feelings.
Oh yeah, and I wish we would have hired Ed Oregon too, man. He was our defensive line coach from '80 to '92, got 2 rings with the Hurricanes.
Yeah, when Mark Ricks came in, what I was looking at, I was thinking either Mark Ricks or Butch Davis. But when we got Mark Ricks, I was like, okay. But with the whole thing with his son, and hiring an offensive coordinator and having to have to fire your son, I can understand why he stepped down. But I was hoping though we could have him as head coach, like you said, Manny Diaz as defensive coordinator, and hire somebody, some fresh young offensive mind.
Yeah, but Rick likes to be in control of his offensive playbook, man. That's his thing. So he did the same thing at Georgia. It's hard to get him off of that, But I do like the look too. I like a lot of the players we're bringing into, and a lot of players that are staying as well.
One of the guys have a question for us. Say, did Sean Taylor hit sound as hard as he delivered them in person?
Oh man, Sean Taylor was a special. You know what made Sean Taylor so good, man? Was the work ethic that his dad instilled, man. That was all Pedro Taylor, man. The way he trained them kids, man. The incentives they did. That was the old school mentality back then, man. He would dog them kids out, man. That was that hard work mentality that like Schnellenberger and Jimmy Johnson brought to the table. Dennis Erickson was another good motivator too, man.
Yeah, I think hopefully we could get some of that kind of motivation, from Ed Reed to some of the guys, especially on the defensive end, not defensive end, defensive standpoints or whatever, especially in that safety position.
Right. I do like the fact that we got Van Dyke and Rump as assistant coaches on the team, because I like those guys when they were Miami Hurricane players too, you know. And they both come from a long line of family members that have played for the Hurricanes as well. So that's some good lineage right there.
What's your feelings on Reed Lashley? What's your impression so far?
On who?
On Reed Lashley, the new offensive coordinator.
Do you know what, man? Honestly, dude, I'm still learning about him. I don't know much about him, but I've heard good things about him. Like I said, the one thing that I heard about him the most that everybody's chitter-chattering about is his pro-style offense. You know, that's what's going to make it key. And supposedly he's got a deep playbook, man, and we need somebody like that. I think Manny's just not offensive-minded. He needed to hire somebody like that to take over for like that job.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
and that's the only way you can do pro-style offense is the way to go. This was the pro-style offense guy.
This guy's in his offense is a spread.
He does the spread.
Yeah, more of an air raid spread offense. So he like to throw the ball, but if you look at his numbers at SMU and everything, he's more balanced between the run and the pass.
So he's got a hybrid offense.
Yeah, he did last season. He averaged about 42 points a game. So and SMU, he was at SMU. They had 10 wins last season. So
that's
offense, he does produce a lot on offense because that's what we're lacking right now. Our defense could use a little bit of help on the offense.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So then, yeah, like I said, you've been to a lot of games and everything, man. What's the biggest letdown game you ever been to?
That 2002 national championship.
Oh man! Oh God!
Yes. That was definitely my biggest letdown, man.
Yeah,
because that was ours, and I was there, and we were already celebrating, and the worst part about it is that referee, damn Ohio State alone, man. That's the worst part about it. I felt like that was like robbed from us. That should have been a three-peat, by the way. Because we should have had it in 2000 as well. Because we beat Florida State, and Florida State got a bid for the national championship game instead and lost to Oklahoma.
Yep. I've been saying that because I do a show on Friday and sometimes Sunday with a Florida State guy. I've been letting him know that for a while now. But even with the Ohio State game, I'm not so mad at Ohio State. I'm more mad at the refs because game was over.
Oh, yeah.
If they
had that was a dirty hit on the game too.
Yeah, because if you look at it, game's over. Ohio State already had accepted defeat. Ref didn't come in and throw that late flag. Like 3-4 minents later, game's over.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily hate Ohio State as much. But
whole entire 5 seconds.
Yeah, but them refs. Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
They robbed us.
Jimmy always used to tell the guys, man, don't let the refs decide the game against us, man. You got to make sure you win that game without any referee's help.
Another guy I have a question for you. He say, how good was The Rock? How good was The Rock?
How good was the what?
The Rock, Dwayne Rock Johnson.
Oh, dude, The Rock was awesome, man. Oregon was the one that brought him in. Him and Warren Sapp came at the same time, man. And you know what? You want to hear something that's crazy, man? That's the coach I was supposed to play for, man. I played for Columbus when I was living down in Miami. And I was with the Cristobal brothers and Brian Greasy and those guys at Columbus. And I already had talked to Jimmy Johnson in my sophomore and junior year, and he told me if I walked out, I would make the team, and I would have had rings for 89, 91. My mom passed away my senior year of high school, but Ed Oregon would have been my coach, and Warren Sapp and The Rock would have been my teammates, man, and we would have had rings together.
Oh man, that would have been totally awesome, man.
I keep in touch with those guys, so I keep in touch with Sapp and a lot of those guys from back then, man.
I gotta get with you, man, because I gotta get some of those guys come on and talk to the fans a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. That's the great thing. That's one thing I like about this program, and like a lot of the players, they recognize that, man, and they've seen us all around for a long time. Like Peyton's, Walter Payton's son, Peyton's son, Duke Johnson, the Perryman, Bethel Perryman, dude, Artie Burns, Alan Hearns, dude, and his mom. I talked to Ramonica Mitchell, and I talked to Pickney's mom, and I talk to Michael Pickney every now and then. But I keep in touch with a lot of the parents too. Like I still keep in touch with Bagley's mom too, Leanne Bagley, dude. He's kicking ass again. It's cool to see these guys. And then, as you know too, I go to all the Hall of Fame banquets too. So like I see Frank Gore and Devin Hester and Gino Toretta and all those guys. The athletic director knows who we are. And then remember, for a couple of years, we were traveling. We were doing both the home games and the away games for a couple of years, where we were going to every game, man. And that makes a difference, man, because for the kids that didn't have parents that could afford to travel and stuff like that, we were their parents on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were their family that showed up at the games. And they saw that. They recognized it, man. I got a couple videos of me high-fiving the team after the games. Those are special moments, man. Traveling with the team was probably some of the best times I've ever had.
Definitely, man. I know a lot of people would love that opportunity. I see it I see guys like you and Sparta Canes all across the TV all the time, man.
Oh yeah, that's JD.
I'm looking at it like that's that Canes love right there, man.
Jericho, all those cats, man. Freddie, Cane Creek. Dude, I've seen these guys all around. Dude, I've known these guys 10 years plus, all of them, dude. Some of them for over 20 years, man. Those are all the diehards, and we all know each other, man. Yeah, and we all look out for each other too, man. That's how it should be.
Yeah, before all this YouTube stuff, before everybody started getting on here, man. Canes Freak. I used to watch all his videos, man. Every time I used to search a Miami video, I used to watch them. I used to watch all his hard hit videos, highlights and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's got his own bobblehead now. He shows up on ESPN. It's pretty cool.
Oh man, that dude's been around for a while, man.
Well, you have to come down to the West End Zone for a game too and experience that in the first row with us in the end zone, man. We're right at the tunnel where the opposing team comes out too, man. We give them hell, dude.
Yeah, I just recently started back going because right. I don't know if you know, but I got 4 little girls. I got 4 daughters, so it'd be tough getting down there and with my scheduling and my job too. But every moment and every chance I get to get down there, I go down there.
Yeah, you see how I've already pulled. Rocco's already experienced a couple of those games, man. Yeah. The 2-year-old. They got a man.
Yeah, man. I remember I brought the twins down there when my twins were little. Awesome. They were like 1 year old. And I brought them in there. They brought them up on the Jumbotron. I was holding both of them in both hands. And I was like, for like a good month or two, I was trying to find out how I'm going to get that video. And when I finally got in contact with them, they told me there's no records. It was just a live feed. I was like, man, that would have been an awesome moment to have the actual video.
Oh, yeah. Dude, some of the best moments. You know what's cool, too, man? Sebastian, too, man. We pretty much know who the kids are that are the Sebastian. And every time they graduate and stuff like that, we've always been tight with all of them over the years, man. Even the original, man. They got, everybody, man. The cool thing about the University of Miami, dude, it's a small college and it belongs to the city, man. So it's a tight-knit family. It's not like the other schools and other places around in the state or the country, dude. Miami's a special place, man. It really is.
All right, so some of the fans want to ask you about the upcoming season. They want to, I guess ESPN is saying that we might go like 9-3. So if we were to lose 3 games, who would you expect those losses to be?
I don't see us losing 3 games.
Yeah, me neither.
I really don't. 3 games. If anything, the only other teams that I see is giving trouble. I mean, like if we see them in the championship game, and maybe on the road is maybe Michigan State and Clemson. Those might be the only two losses that you might see on the season. That's it.
Yeah. Well, looking at Michigan State's recruitment and plus the downhill that they've been going on, I think we should go up there.
I hope they don't, but it's difficult to go on the road in those places and win, though.
Yeah.
Especially Michigan and all those schools always give us over. And when they play Miami, they always give Miami an A+ effort,
Yeah,
so they
all
come
want
in
that.
Strong. They have something to prove,
Yeah, they all want that win over us so they can have bragging rights.
Oh,
know how it go.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you don't think Florida State or North Carolina going to be an issue?
No, definitely not Florida State. Definitely,
Yeah,
especially here. Maybe if they would have been in Tallahassee, but not here. No way.
See, a lot of fans been giving me a lot of slack because I've been saying that we going 12-0. If we don't beat ourselves, we'll be 12-0.
We have a good schedule where we can go undefeated, man. I've looked at it. I don't see anybody really giving us a hard time. The only difficult game I think is the road game against Michigan State. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling them, man. The only way Miami lose a couple games here and then is if we beat ourselves.
Dude, we should have beaten Florida last year, man.
Yeah,
we made a couple of stupid plays. Well, our team should have won. That would have changed the whole momentum of the season right there.
Yeah, and then that North Carolina loss too. We should have won that game also.
That was terrible, man. They were terrible. But just think about it, man. The momentum. You saw. Listen, I haven't seen it many times. I haven't seen it many times, but a couple times the last couple of years, the team has quit.
Yeah, especially during that bowl game against LA Tech. I definitely saw that they quit.
Yeah, they quit, dude. They just said, "Fuck it." Oh, sorry.
No, you could curse, man.
They just said F it, and they just gave up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can see it though, man, and they don't have to say nothing. They can deny it all they want, but I understand that. But that's discipline, man, and that's where this is where hopefully Manny lights a fire under a couple of these guys' butts, and that never happens again. Because it's one thing if it happens quietly on the deal, but when other people notice it and it's kind of brought to the public's attention, that's not a good. You don't want that following around like that, man. You don't want anybody to ever think you're going to quit. Michael Jordan never quit.
Yeah, especially with the whole Jaron Williams situation, man. I never would have thought that half the stuff that he was doing behind the scene was happening.
Oh yeah, and he's a good quarterback, man. But I'll tell you what, that kid Derek King did. I'm telling you, he's good too, man. And then I've been hearing, I don't know if it's true, what's going on with it yet, but I did hear rumors about Tua's little brother possibly transferring.
Yeah, but he's already signed with Maryland. He signed, a couple of days ago.
I did hear some rumors. All right, well, that's fine. He's not like his big brother, but it would have been nice to have him here if we could have.
Yeah, that's what I was telling all the fans too. It would be nice to get him, but if we do not get him, it's not gonna kill us.
It's no big deal. Yeah, Derek King's good, dude. We gotta do that. Kid's gonna come out there firing. And you know what, dude? Cozy is committed to the University of Miami too. So.
Yeah, I like that about Perry, man. Perry is what you call loyalty.
Yeah,
he is loyal to the end.
That's the kind of guys. That's the kind of kids we want here. That's what we want. That mentality. That's the mentality that I want at the University of Miami, and that's the stuff that I would like to see the players, exemplify. And that leadership, man. There's nothing. Ed Reed was a guy like that. Ray Lewis was a leader like that. Sean Taylor was a leader like that. You can tell who the leaders are like that, man, and it comes out.
Yeah, I like that about Perry, though, man. He's no matter what you throw at him, he's still here, because a lot of the fans
talk mad crap about him. Dude, he had every reason to fool his cards and walk away. And he stayed in the fire and he kept going, dude. And he beat Florida State. That's great. I don't care what anybody. They can say whatever they want about him, man. He beat Florida State.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like that about him, man. Like even when all this, new offensive coordinator and everything, he say, hey, I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna compete, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but I'm a Hurricane. And
and he's got the natural talents, man. Imagine what a really, really good coach could do with that kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it too. Where next season, with Derek King gonna start this season and everything.
Right.
I think what Perry should do is take this time to learn the offense. Work on him, improving anything and everything that he can, and then be that starter next season, finish off his career, on a high note.
Oh yeah.
But
well, he is. He's gonna do well, man. And listen, if he plays his cards right, he'll get into the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I see it too is the offense that we're going to be running this season. It fits Perry a lot because that's what he was running in high school. He was running that spread offense.
Yeah, and he's fast too, so he's good for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fact that like even watching the season last season when Jaron Williams would some of those sacks that he would take, Perry would at least take off.
Jaron was more of a pocket passer.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy though. So that that Notre Dame game, were you in the stands?
Oh yeah, or the away game.
No, the one at home when they came down there.
Dude, I was in the outfit for that one, dude. Dude, that was the loudest I've ever heard the stadium ever.
And I didn't quite make it to the game, but I did watch it on TV, man.
That was electric, man. That energy that's what we need to bring, man, all the time, like that. We have it, man. They just need to not turn it off. Don't turn it off. Keep your foot on the gas pedal and don't let up.
Yeah, that's why I agree totally with what Manny said earlier on this offseason. He was like, we need to step away from the we got talent mentality and just go out there and work hard. Everybody in the country know we got talent. Everybody know we got good players, but if we go to, smaller teams and expect them to lay down for it, it's not going to happen. Hold on, I just lost him. Let me give him a call back. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get him back on the line. Our call got disconnected. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We got disconnected.
There's a bad storm is passing over me. Just some clouds. That's it. That's what it was. It just let up right now.
Yeah, it started raining like this since Friday.
Man, it's been monsooning all day long
here. Yeah, but like I was saying with where was I with the Notre Dame game? Yes. What was that atmosphere like, man?
Pip was there, GD was next to us, Kane Freak was down there, so was Optimus Kane, all those guys, and just and I think Tyreek McCord came down to it. When you almost people get it, we're there at the end zone. They can hear us, man. The players can hear us. They can see it. So they're feeding off of us too, man. And like I said, I've been to a ton of games in the Hard Rock, and that Notre Dame Miami game by far was one of the loudest.
Yeah,
by far.
Definitely.
It was super electric. I mean, I've been to a lot of games there. That one, and there was a couple people, a bunch of the Notre Dame players said that too. That's the loudest game that they've ever played.
Yeah, definitely.
And that came from their mouth.
So with that being said, with the fans, like with the games, with the whole COVID-19 thing going on, what are your take on having the games with no fans, just watch it at home or limited fans in the stadium?
I mean, listen, I think no matter what, as long as we get football rolling, that's fine by me. the quicker we get this ball rolling, the quicker things go back to the way it used to be. No more new normal. I want the old normal. I'm not doing new normal. I want it to be regular fans again. But I mean, it is what it is. I guess we got to take whatever they give us in the meantime. But I'm hoping at least they. I mean, I know the NFL has mentioned it, and so I don't know what college is going to do. But they talked about starting off with limited fans and then gradually working up to the regular fan base. But either way, if I'm watching it at home or in person, I'll just be happy that football's going. As long as it doesn't get canceled.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, right at this moment, I'll take it any way they give it to us. Long as we get it. I mean, I love to be down there in the stands and everything. I'm a little disappointed on the first 3 home games though, how they scheduled them.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would put a little bit more difficulty into the schedule because I don't know about you, but I've never heard of Wagner until this season.
No, a lot of these schools, they're paying money. They're paying us to play us just to give themselves a name. So
yeah,
that's how it works sometimes. Yeah, did they drop when somebody drops $1 million on your doorstep? You're like, okay, come, you want the national acting today? We'll give it to you.
Yeah, because I had to actually research who Wagner was because I never heard of him. Basketball,
I never heard of it
football, no sports at all. I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, I mean, you know what though, man? All these big schools play these little. I've seen Ohio State have some rinky-dink schools on their schedule too, man. But it's on, Well, I think we got some pretty big games over the next couple of years, though, too, that are going on our roster.
Oh, definitely. Alabama first game of next season.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be one. That's going to be one for the books.
Right there. Yeah.
That's definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I wish would actually happen though. I mean, I'll trade our schedules for the next couple of years just to have Florida's on there.
Yeah. Well, Florida's the one that doesn't want us on their schedule, so that's on them. They took us off their schedule because in the 80s and 90s we would flop them around quite a bit, man. I mean, it got nasty. Like there were some pretty. I don't know if you remember the bowl game when we played Florida in the Sugar Bowl, but there was an actual fight before the game the day before on the streets of Bourbon in New Orleans that took place between the Gators and the Hurricanes, man. And we beat the crap out of those Gators off and on the field.
Like I said, they ran from us for a while now, man. It's kind of hard.
We should have beat them last year, and they know it too, man. When I see Gator fans, they don't talk trash because they knew they should have lost that game.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
They squeaked that by. We beat ourselves.
It's kind of heartbreaking, man.
An easy field goal, and we muffed a punt.
Man, I mean, last season, before we played them, I was so hyped, man. I mean, I was talking trash for weeks. I was driving around looking for a gator meat, everything, Yeah. I hyped it up, man. I was telling them how we're gonna beat the brakes off of them. And then we went up there and pretty much beat ourselves.
Yeah, that was too. What was cool too was we were entering that game. Manny's dad was by us, man. So we had the former mayor of Miami with us too. Manny's dad was entering the game with us. It was a trip, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Crazy.
So you got the former mayor of Miami was hanging out with the Pope.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like I said, I'll be seeing you on ESPN all the time, man.
Oh yeah, man. And you got my number, man. You hit me up anytime, man. My lines are always open to you, brother.
Definitely, man. Definitely will. See the hold on. I just seen the question now. We got to get back to it.
Your podcast just debuted, right?
No, this is not a podcast. Well, it's live on YouTube. It's live on my YouTube channel.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I normally do live shows.
Yes. I'll share the links on my Facebook. Whatever you need, man, put it up there.
Oh, definitely, man. Yeah, like I said, normally I do regular videos where I break down, like recruits, news that's going around in hurricanes background or whatever. And yeah, do live shows. I do a Miami versus Florida State show. Every other Sunday, I have the Florida State guy come on, and we go back and forth a little bit. And then on Fridays we do it on his channel.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, other than that, what normally I make a lot of videos, like edit videos and put them up, but with the whole situation going on right now, it's not much to put out.
Yeah.
Right now, just waiting because I was planning on going to the spring games. I had like 3 cameras, man. I was gonna try to film everything from start to finish, then edit it all up and put it out there, like, because it weren't being televised. So I was gonna try to make my own, like my own little thing for the fans to see, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
No.
But I ain't gonna keep it too long. We're gonna keep it short tonight. But I'm definitely gonna keep in contact with you, especially when the season going on or whatever, and try to get down there, especially if you're down there tailgating. I'll try to stop by and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely, man. West 12. We're over there in West 12 on the tailgate.
Yeah,
we're always there with La Familia.
Yeah, I was gonna order my season tickets, but unfortunately, before I did, this whole thing's happened. So right now, I'm still a little bit, holding out just to see if we even gonna have a season. But what's gonna happen now? I'll probably have to buy individual tickets. But
and we'll definitely have to link up, man.
Yeah, I'll definitely link up with you, man.
You get to experience this with us, man. I'm really loud, man.
Hey, that's what I like, man. See, when I go see my family, my girl and the kids, they're not football heads like I am. So when I go there and I'm screaming and yelling, they're looking at me like I'm ridiculous.
They think you crazy.
And I'm like, look around. We all ridiculous up in here.
That's right. If I'm not yelling, they think something's wrong with me.
Oh man. It's a fun fact about me though. I've never been to a loss. I've never been to a Miami loss.
Well, shoot, that's good. You need to go to every game from now on, then, man.
I've never been to a loss, man. It's crazy.
Well, then there you go. You better not miss a game this season. You better be at every single one.
Man, I'm telling you, I wish I could get there. I wish I could be there as much as I see you guys there, man.
We're gonna try and get you there, man. We'll make it happen.
All right, man. Well, it was nice talking to you, man.
Likewise, man. And I'm glad you got this show and everything, man. It was a pleasure speaking to you and your fan base, man. God bless everybody and go Canes.
All right, go Canes.
All right, brother. Be easy.
All right,
Peace out, everyone.
All right, you too, man. All right, you guys. So, that was Alex the Pope, man. The Pope. He's always at the games, super fan, man. Like I said, I wish that half the games that these guys go to, I could be there. But, unfortunately, it don't work out that way for me. But, it's just nice to see, true Hurricane fans that, show up through thick and thin, no matter what, win or losses, they're always in the stands. That's that support. I mean, I understand that some people don't have the money to do it, but, when you do, and it's right in your backyard, man, go out there and show them some love. A lot of people, they thinking like, the stands going to fill once we start getting wins and stuff like that. But you got to show them some support for that to even start. If you go into games and it's always empty, kids not going to want to come here. So, we ain't going to get the good recruits to come here to get those wins that we do need. But, I mean, it is what it is. Whatever reason it is, fans don't come. Hopefully it improves. But anyways, thank y'all for joining me tonight. Thank Alex for coming through. Everybody have a wonderful night. you know, drop a like on the video if you haven't already have on the way out. And, you know, thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all.